Hey, this is Monkeypuzzle, and guess what I'm doing? I'm punching trees! I'm showing you the obligatory start of a new world. This one is a server. It's a kind of a hybrid of the Direwolf20 pack, a 1.6.4, with about 12 mods deleted and 22 added. I'll go through a detailed list of what I did. This is my second attempt at this. The first attempt was super laggy. I think a lot of that had to do with the host. I've changed host, started a new server. There's about 7 folks on the whitelist right now. Me and some young men ranging from age 10 to age 15 or 16, I think. So we can talk about that later. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys on for the very beginning. You can see when I get the trees down how all the leaves decay. That means I have random things in the pack. Like I said, I'll go through the whole list with you later. But basically what I did, I looked a lot of different packs and tried to find a combo of what I wanted, and then tried to figure out, I love that, look at that, the things I wanted and didn't want, and I tried to do it as a standalone Forge server, but that didn't work too well. So why am I doing this? Because I'm talking to you, that's why. Let's do that. Get some sticks, and let me see, I'm going to need one more of those. The crafting bench, the first one. Might as well do that to start with, or do that to start with, because those are even cooler looking. And put it down, and then if I walk away from it, they stay in. And at least do this. We'll get some stone in a second, but there's no point in punching with my fist. Anyway. Yeah, I tried to make a standalone Forge server and failed at that at first. So what I did is I Frankensteined the Direwolf server, FTB, and that way I got a lot of the configs that they worked out as far as ore generation and everything like that. Yeah, and deleted 12 and added 22. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get started, help all the guys troubleshoot their issues, and then I will be back to talk to you all some more. So here's me grinding on the grindstone from Applied Energistics. Just a little manual doubling of my ores. It's a handy little device before I get all set up with the thermal expansion pulverizer and everything. And yeah, just getting some iron, getting myself all kitted out with iron gear. A little better shape than when I started, to don't die instantly. And I just put some scenes together here of some of my first experiences as I was getting ready. Here is an alpha joust who is conveniently stuck in a little pit of oil. These guys are the scary form of jousts. Jousts come from Lycanites mobs, one of the mobs we have in the pack here. They will attack you. Most of the other jousts are passive. In fact, they're kind of like cows. You can use them and get meat. I'm trying to see if he'll hit me so I can see what kind of damage he can do, but apparently he can't reach me from there. But here I see some out in the open over there. There's a pack of the passive ones, and oh, I see a dungeon here as well. I'll have to go back and check that out. So I want to just draw him out. If the other jousts are in range, they'll all come and attack you en masse. But he's the only instigator. So let me see if I can get close enough to him and draw him away, and we can see what he can do. Just looking around, making sure I don't have a whole herd coming up on me. Here he comes. So let's see what he can do. He's got 40 health, so he's pretty good. Only took one heart away, half a heart, another heart. Oh, yeah, he can do some damage for sure, but not lethal. You can see the other ones when you come up to him, they are totally passive. So I want to use these for one of my food sources. There was a bug so far where I couldn't get them to drop meat, but I know they can, and the meat gives you a buff that gives you speed. So I'm just going to keep playing some of these clips while I talk to you a little bit about the pack. So the goal of the pack that I put together here was to be able to play with a lot of the mods that folks are using right now, but to kind of find a blend between tech and adventure and magic. Part of that is my son Nilo Rio's request, and some of that is just to make it more fun. So I started with the Direwolf pack. I started with it because it's a bit leaner than some of the monstrous packs that are out now, like Monster or Resonant Rise or Solitary Craft or Test Pack Please Ignore. And I didn't want it to be too big because I wanted something that could work on a server, and it's something that didn't lag my son Nilo Rio out. His computer's not quite as powerful as mine. It's really important to me to have a pack that I can play with him. If I'm going to be spending all this time doing this stuff, I need to be spending it with him as well. And just pause for a moment here. There's a Krusk, I believe they're called, straight out of Dune, the big sandworms. I'm going to make sure that I'm in better shape before I get too close to it, because I don't know how much damage they can do. They look pretty boss-like. But yeah, as I'm checking it out here, getting ready. Oh yeah, I'm still eating, trying to fill up my hunger bar. Yeah, just before I get up there, you see it's going to do something. It's going to disappear into the sand. It can burrow, so that means they can pop up from anywhere, wherever, when you're in the desert. So not going to mess with that right now. I'm going to head on, and over here is another mob from Lycanites mobs. We got Lycanites mobs and special mobs in here to make it extra scary. This guy is called a Clink. And they have these little projectile things that they can throw at you. When you kill them, you can get some of the projectiles. And once I get some blaze rods, there's a really cool staff that throws these infinitely while the durability of the weapon lasts. So yeah, I want to get that. Anyway, yeah, just proceeding around, keeping room in my inventory while I go harvest some basic resources. So trying to make a lean pack. And here's another little scene. This, I thought, what is this, a centaur? No, it's a pig with a funny hat. Sorry, pig. You're going to have to die for that. I kept the hats mod, obviously, because it's a lot of fun. And this pig still seems to be a very formidable foe, evading my attack. But I got it. And it's a very evil pack, because you end up killing all these creatures just to get their hats. That's another cool hat that I wanted. So anyway, I started with the Direwolf pack 1.6.4. Had to delete some mods to start with so that it wouldn't be too huge once I added the ones that I wanted to put in it. Here I am on top of the very elaborate base that I've created so far, that I share with my roommate, the cow. And this is how I keep safe when no one else is in the server. Oh, sorry, cow. You was sharing the one block that I get popped out on when I get out of the bed. Sorry about that. Hope you can find another new place to live. So yeah, I deleted Billand, the Lego mod. I deleted Biomes of Plenty, which I really love, but all the leaves and everything, it creates a lot of lag for the server and for people whose computers may not be that powerful graphically. And it'll create more incentive to use mods like Natura is in here, and Forestry, to create more interesting terrain, to breed trees and place them around, make little arboretums. And so I'm going ahead and clearing a lot of the oaks and things here, getting some wood, but I'll be able to replace these later. So yeah, and then we deleted Industrial Craft, which has been a mainstay of packs for a while. Thought, it forced me to do something else, forced me to learn a lot of the other mods in the pack more intensively than I would otherwise. And Quantum Armor is just so OP. Once you get that, you don't really take any damage. And you get Flight, which we're going to get so much more easily in here. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, just to do something different, and my son wanted something a little less techy, so that was my compromise, taking that out. And of course, that eliminated compact solars and nuclear control. I also took out gate copy, took out Mistcraft, even though I love it so, but it would force me to find other ways to portal around. And on a server, again, it's very dangerous as far as lag and size of the world save file, because every time a player creates a world, it, you know, basically adds a whole nother world to the save. So it doubles, triples, quadruples the size of the world save file. We took out Portal Gun. Just some of like Longfall boots are kind of OP, and also, you know, force us to find other ways to portal around. Oh, here's a little break. I'm going after a couple creatures for their hats again. You must die for your hats. I wanted his little headset, so I can have that. That was pretty cool. And up above is the one I really came for. You can't see it too well in this little clip. I'll show it to you later. But this cow has a very cool tree hat that I just had to have. So let me see. It took out Qcraft. I love Qcraft. It looks really cool, but it had to take something out. I don't know how many people will get to it. And those shiny green ores for it seem like they may, you know, cause some graphical issues as well. And finally took out translocators, because there's lots of other ways to do that, and graphically they looked a little intense. I keep having to blur it out when I sleep because Ray's Minimap keeps wanting to give away the IP to the server. Have to fix that. Anyway, I'm going to make one of my favorite items from OpenBlocks here. It's one of my favorite items in the game overall. You've been seeing a lot of YouTubers use this thing. There is the glider wing, and put it together with another glider wing and a stick, and you've got the hang glider. Lovely item. Just right click it and it goes on your back. It goes on and off like that. And then once it's deployed, you just jump off and woohoo! How fun is that? And it makes so much sense. It's so appropriate. You know, it can't fly up. It just kind of slowly glide down. Great way to get around before you have flight or portaling or anything like that. And speaking of flight, that didn't take long. I'm a Remobra, another Lycanites mob. You know, I had the config set up so that the we couldn't fly until someone had entered the Nether, which I thought would take, you know, a few days at least. We're on the first day of the server only, and the kids have already entered the Nether and gone to the Twilight Forest and killed the Hydra. So I want to change the config so you can't fly until we've killed a Wither, maybe. So at least there's some challenge to it. But I'm getting big protests about that. So yeah, I might just have to enjoy it as it is. We'll see. But yeah, this is from Morph. I'm not a bat, but I am that. So let me turn back to me again. Monkeypuzzle. And then I'm going to fall down. Crunch. I love that bone crunching sound of the morph. So let me see. I need to do something here while I guess I'm getting a little lag because they're running around in the Twilight Forest. But yeah, I need to do something here while I finish talking to you guys about the rest of the mods in the pack. So one of the things I need to do is dig a hole down so I can do some mining down below here. And to do that, I gotta make a little shaft. Let me see. Let me grab my axe. Let me take this out of the way. I think this would be the great spot for it to go down. I'm gonna have to use ladders for now. Eventually, I'll have some open block elevators to come up and down. This is in the way here. So yeah, I gotta do at least an iron chest upgrade. Reduce this and make a space. Give me a second. I'll get prepared. Alright, I'm back again, and the Twilight Forest shenanigans had kind of killed the server for a moment, but we got it fixed up. Something about dying and coming back through the portal again, and I don't know exactly what. So I got to make a little iron real quick, so I made another one of these grindstones. I'm going to spare you guys that part. I'm going to grind for a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got some iron smelted. The kids are out of their initial explorations of the Twilight Forest, so the game is back to normal. And by the way, I've got a Sakura tree from Natura over here. Just one of the first few trees I've played with from Natura. It's pretty nice, a little cherry blossom kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, let's get a little mine started, starting from here, and this will be part of the initial hollowing out of this promontory that I can then put little rooms down below and put windows and stuff like that. So let me see. Let's get in here and let's just put some iron around like that. A couple of these, and we'll get a couple wood to iron chest upgrades. So let me see. This is about the center of the thing. So I want the shaft to go down right here. Let's do that. Everything still ended up in there for the most part. So let's go ahead and break that, and hopefully most everything will fit into here. Let's just put away as much as we can. Get this done. I'll speed through it. Okay, that's some of it. And then the rest, let me see, the other chest, I guess for symmetry, should go over here. And let's go ahead and put down this thing. And upgrade it. Okay, so we got our 2 iron chests, and then I guess the other furnace and stuff will go over there. We'll figure that out later. Just trying to get myself an activity so I can have something to do while I finish talking to you. Let's put some more things away. We don't need that. Might need that later. Not sharing any sheep down there. That can get combined with that. I'm going to speed through this again real quick. Okay, all that organizing done. I want to make a bunch of ladders. So let's just go ahead and turn all the rest of this into planks and sticks. I'm at level 98, so I need 98 ladders. I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough stuff. Let's turn most of this into sticks and then do the whole ladder thing. Alright, somehow that still didn't come out even. Oh, and you get 3 of them. Okay, so that should be plenty, right? That's going to be 93, and how many did I say I needed? I need 98, so let's just make a few more. Got 1. That should be good. Okay, and then I got lots of sticks left over. And another thing I wanted to make is this. Trapdoors, yes, but when you add 2 ladders to it, I think, yeah, the open blocks, you get the jaded ladder. And I've been wanting to use one of these for a while. So a jaded ladder, let's see if it will stick here. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, try to shift click that on. So we'll need to do something else there. I bet we could use a regular crafting table. Let's try that. Even though it's not the best, I'll change this later. Shift right click. Nope, can't go there either. Okay, let me put something else. Let's just get some dirt, I guess. Where's my dirt? Okay, get rid of that. No. There we go. So this is a trapdoor you can climb. So if you go ahead and do this, and I'm in the way, you know how trapdoors always stop you from getting up? Well, now we got that, so that's cool. Alright, so now I'm in a position where I can just dig down here, and I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'll talk over it and tell you more about the mod pack, and then we'll wrap up this episode and we'll be all set up for the beginning of the new series. So I told you what we took out and all the rest of the Direwolf20 1.6.4 pack is still in there, and I'll put a list in the description so you can look through the whole thing. But we added a bunch of fun stuff, 22 new mods to the pack. So we added armor status and damage indicators, just so we could, have a better idea of what's going on with our armor, and when we look at mobs, we can know what they are. And it's kind of fun to see how much damage they have. This makes it a little bit more RPG-like. We added Archimedes ships, which you can make boats and flying ships move around much more gracefully than the Red Power frames ever did. We'll have to stress test them and see, if you move your whole base around, how much lag that creates or whatever. But anyway, that's a fun thing. And you've already seen Lycanites mobs. Want to get into that. A lot of those mobs are tameable, even some of the big scary ones. So we can have a pet, I forget the names of them, but there's these like big red floating demon heads in the nether, and they'll, you give them what they like, and they'll follow you around and be your friend and protect you. And you can ride a lot of them. So we'll get into that. I added Chisel and Carpenter's blocks, which I'm really excited about both of those, just making things more ornate and pretty. We added Dragon Mount, so you can mount dragons. You can find dragon eggs in chests and stuff and hatch them. The dragon egg you get from the end can be hatched. I'm kind of hoping that we can actually get around the whole thing of killing the dragon. I kind of hate that setup. I don't really want to have to kill the dragon, and there's all kinds of portals and different ways we can get out of the end right now. If we could just put a saddle on the ender dragon and tame it and not have to kill it, that would be really cool. So we'll see if that works. Added enhanced portals, so that allows you to make portals in pretty much any shape you want. What else did we do? We added gravestones, which makes dying a lot less harsh, especially when we have all these nasty mobs, more of which I'll get into in a second. We added JABBA, which is just another barrel something or other. I forget exactly what that stands for, but it's more barrels, kind of like the barrels from factorization, but they're upgradable, which factorization barrels are not upgradable anymore. We see updated Morph from the Direwolf pack because his version has a few bugs in it. Added Greg's lighting, which had some floodlights. And then we added ATG, alternate terrain generation, which we had to take out biomes of plenty, but alternate terrain generation basically just makes more interesting terrain out of the vanilla version of it. Still has the same biomes, but it kind of fits them together in a way that makes more sense, hopefully. Makes cold areas up on top of mountains and so on. I need to learn more about it, but it was a good compromise for not having the biomes of plenty. I threw in Painter's flower pot because I just wanted more pretty things. Threw in random things mod, mainly because I wanted the fast decay of the tree leaves. Roguelike dungeons, which I don't think anyone has found yet. Hopefully they're generating in the pack. But to add more adventure, kind of add a super hostile map element to the vanilla map. Special mobs, which haven't seen too many of yet in this episode. Hopefully we'll see some before the end. They are variations on the vanilla mobs. Basically, the vanilla mobs as such don't exist anymore. I mean, you'll still see skeletons and zombies and creepers, but then you'll also see like Gatling skeletons that can shoot tons of arrows at once, or you'll see infected zombies, I forget what they're called, or what else, like fire creepers or ender creepers, or zombies that throw other zombies or skeletons or creepers at you, or there's tons of variations. There's a lot of different kinds, and I'm just getting to learn them right now. We added Sync, which is another iChun mod, which you can basically generate copies of yourself that you can teleport to. So it's a really quirky way to teleport around, and each copy of yourself you make will have like separate experience and items and such. So you can either use them for teleporting, or you can use them to spawn back to if you die. I'm not sure how that will work in conjunction with the Gravestone mod. Hopefully it'll be just fine. And then we added Witchery, mainly because Nilo Rio really wants to check it out, and it just adds a few more interesting things to the pack. So that's what we put together. Had some help from some of the fellows doing all that, and we made some decisions. So hopefully we put together a really fun pack. I think there's a lot of stuff to delve into. Most of the major mods that people are playing with right now are in there. I'm really looking forward on just trying to put together this world that I can just focus on, so I don't have to be trying to do too many series, and make this the main place I'm going to work on from here on. So we'll see how that goes. There's lots of stuff to dive into. I'm really looking forward to learning Ars Magica and the new Thaumcraft, and going deeper into thermal expansion all the way to the Redstone Arsenal tools and so on. So we'll get there. So if all goes right, this world is going to be, like I said, the basis of my main series. I'm going to try to get them out at least once a week. That's all I can promise for now. My life in real life is really busy, and kind of my boat has really come in on some of the things that I do. So I have a lot of really good projects to do. And I'm going to have to balance my time between this and that, so hopefully that'll be good. If I can get more out, I will, but that's my promise for now. I know I have some other series to finish. We wrapped up Monkeywrenching the Beast pretty well as we flew off in our monkey cruiser to find new maps like this, but I left Infernal Mines halfway there, so I'll try to get back to that at some point. It's a little hard thinking about going back to 1.5 right now, but I don't want to leave that unfinished. I want to be professional. I finished a lot of other super hostile maps, but none of them that I've actually recorded, so got to get back to that. I also gave you a glimpse at a vanilla world that I've been playing, where I'd like to build a new version of the Mobstar. So I may play with that a little bit in my free time, and if I get stuff done there that I want to show you, I will. It's a little hard to think about grinding back in vanilla after quarries and turtles and all that stuff. Not that I really mind earning my stuff, it's just I don't really have the time. So we'll see how that goes. Couple other things to bring up with you all as we embark on a new series is one, the theme song. I started this one with our old tune from Kevin MacLeod, the One-Eyed Maestro, which I love. It really sets a good tone, but maybe you guys are tired of that. Maybe it's really nostalgic for the Monkeywrenching the Beast. Let me know if I should find something else. Yeah, I'd like your input on that. And one other thing, I need to start putting ads on my videos. I haven't done it up until this point. I've been really avoiding it. Some of the ads I don't really care for at all. But as an adult with a family, spending a lot of time playing games and making videos, I need a way to justify the time. So please bear with it, and I'm just going to do that as a way for me to be able to keep doing this. One more thing that's undecided that I definitely would love input on is, what is the name of this series? Are we still Monkeywrenching the Beast? Are we Axis Mundi 2.0? Who are we, and what is this? What should we call it? Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. That was the intro to what's going on here. So when I come back, this little base will be a little bit more established. Hopefully I'll have a little thermal expansion set up with a pulverizer and a redstone furnace, and we will take it from there. I've got a ton of fun, exciting ideas. We got a bunch of stuff to do with the fellows on the server. Nilo Rio was the first one to get machinery going, but then everybody else jumped in, and they've been doing all kinds of things already killing hydras, and I don't even know. Anyway, we're going to go out with a bang here with one of the special mobs, the Death Creeper. And you might have seen the Dirt Creeper before that. Anyway, this is Monkeypuzzle signing out. Look forward to bringing the next episode to you soon. Bye-bye.